Day traders, welcome back to Fides Trading channel, and we're back again with another Fides Flows video. Today we're doing the daily market brief for Monday the 22nd of September 2025. If you're new to this channel, in these particular Fides Flows videos, I do a deep dive into the price action and fundamentals behind gold, Nas100 and Us30, giving you a clear roadmap for the trading day ahead. Using high timeframe technical analysis, I identify key zones, momentum shifts, and trend structures. Then combine that with the real-time macroeconomic drivers like interest rates, inflation data, and market sentiment. So whether you're a swing trader or day trader, this breakdown helps you understand what's really moving these markets and where high probability setups might form. Going to be doing these videos a little bit different today. I'm a bit late on my analysis and we are already within the New York session of the day. So starting with the gold charts, we're seeing that gold is currently trading at 3720 after a bullish push during the Asian session this morning. We can see that price has made some decent pushes to the upside, creating all-time highs at about 3730. Price continuing to push bullish at the close, after the close of Friday. We can see that on Friday we had a nice bullish push during the New York session. Let me just zoom in here a little bit. Yeah, we had a decent bullish push during the New York session. We can see that price was trading below the 21 and 50-day SMA range in this particular area. We were trading in the sweet spot region of the RSI, and then with the strong bullish push at the 3 p.m. candle here on the 1 hour time frame, which broke price back above that 21 50-day SMA region, the bullish trend had kicked off and price continued to push higher. So from this level, it was at 3647. We've pushed all the way to 3730, which is nearly an 87-point difference, which is a massive, 83-point difference, which is a massive gain for gold if you're taking this long position here and held it throughout the weekend. As it stands, we have our daily lows from last week at 3633 and the daily high at 3684, and we've absolutely smashed that at the open of this morning. We didn't even dip back into that daily range from last week. We've just continued to push higher with the Asian low at 3686 and then the Asian high at 3720, with price currently testing that Asian high at 3720, as we can see here on this particular chart. As it stands in the 1 hour time frame, price is trading above the 21 and 50-day moving average region, and we are very much in the overextended levels of the RSI above 70. So we are waiting that retracement. I'm not sure if I'm going to be taking trades today, as the New York session has kicked off and we have not seen a lot of momentum. It's already 4 p.m. on my side, so we're about half an hour into the New York session. Can see some downside potential. We are potentially in a retracement as it stands. And with this particular retracement, I am eyeing the pivot level here at 3700, 3701, or potentially if price does decide to fall further than that, I'm targeting the Asian low and the daily high of Friday here at that 3684, 3686 region, waiting to see what price does when it gets down to that particular level. But yeah, the pivot level of 37000 was a major level. The fact that price has already broken above it during the Asian session was quite surprising, at least for the most part. We did have a strong push at that 8 a.m. candle, which is near the New York session, but wasn't actually the New York session. But anyway, so I will be targeting these levels, waiting to see how price reacts when it gets back there. But yeah, I'm still very much long on gold, despite the overextended nature that is coming out of the monthly, weekly, and daily time frames. So yeah, I would be trading this with caution, potentially just taking intraday trades for the most part. Moving on to US Tech, we can see that US Tech has also been making some strong strides to the upside. During the Asian session this morning, there was a retracement all the way down to the Asian lows at 24500, and then we had a strong push also with the New York session open, had a strong push to the upside. Currently still below the daily highs of Friday, which is at 24650. but price is making strong bullish gains to the top. We can see here that price actually came within the 2150-day SMA region, tested that zone. We were in the sweet spot of the RSI before it made its break to the upside. That being said, we can also just extend this trend line, and we can see that price is supported by this bullish support trend line. Dropping to the 5-minute chart to analyze how this played out, we can see that at 2:35, we created 3 white soldiers in this particular region. Just gonna turn off these indicators for now because they are unnecessary. Yeah, so we can see that we created 3 white soldiers here in this particular region. We had triple bottom testing, price broke higher, continued pushing up, especially with the open of the New York session today. Price continuing to make strong strides to the upside with the indices, so it's clear that there is some sort of recovery taking place. Still trading below the all-time highs, which were created last week at 24,640. Moving on to US30, let's bring the indicators back and go to the 1-hour time frame. So US30 also making strong strides to the upside, but we can see a lot more consolidation taking place here. Price had a strong break above the resistance at 45,950. Price coming back, testing that level, pushing higher, but yeah, very choppy nature in the market today. We can see that price trading within the Asian range at the moment. We had a strong downside potential during the Asian session this morning. We actually tapped the daily low of Friday at 46,000, but price has recovered firmly during the New York session and continues pushing higher. We were trading in the bearish region of the RSI, but it's safe to say that we are in a consolidation here. So not really looking to take any trades within US30 until clear market directionality has been established, which means breaking above the all-time highs, 46,350, or coming back down and testing the 45,950 level before push to the upside. We currently have a pivot level at 45,720 right here. Strong support level. It was also a break and retest level. Price shot up, broke that level, came back down, tested it, had the support of the bullish support trend line, and then pushed higher, also on the back of fundamentals from last week. Taking a look at the VIX index, the VIX is currently trading at 15.91. I believe that it closed at 15.47. So it's clear the VIX making a bit of a stride to the upside, but nonetheless still in that risk on territory, which supports indices. Let's quickly take a look at fundamentals for the week ahead. So in terms of fundamentals, not much for today, but for the week ahead, we have USD news for PMI data tomorrow. We have USD news on Thursday for GDP and unemployment claims. And then Friday, core PCE price index. Nearly the end of September, guys. I mean, wow, the month has absolutely flown. So I hope that you guys were extremely profitable during this particular month, especially with the strong moves on gold. But yeah, for the most part, going to be a technical trading day. Tomorrow we'll have some fundamentals, but nonetheless, I still feel that these are weak fundamentals versus the other headlines which we've been having. Also factor in that the USD now has a central bank interest rate of 4.25 into your analysis, and there will be some economic fallout or news behind that. So be sure to keep up to date with your headlines moving forward. So that is pretty much the analysis for the week ahead. I hope you enjoyed it, and for the day ahead. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back tomorrow with a fresh analysis and a fresh review on where these markets could potentially be going. But yeah, until next time, I will chat to you tomorrow. Cheers, traders. Happy hunting.